guys. So Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle, written by Matthew Vaughn. Really, really strange movie. Kind of went in a lot of different directions. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I don't know.
It was bad.
Yeah.
I was so let down by the movie. You know, the first one was great. The action was great. I love the story and the beginning and all that stuff. You know, it really came together. It was a fun film. But this movie was such a letdown in so many ways.
Right, yeah. And I agree. I mean, had a pretty good cast.
Yeah, the same people, but I mean, how many characters were just in and out, and it just didn't mesh well.
Right.
I thought the action was great.
Right.
But
I mean, obviously the main character, Taron Egerton, who played Eggsy, did a great job.
Yeah.
Just like the last video or the last movie he was in, the Secret Service, he did great in that one. But as I said, a lot of big name actors in this one.
Yeah, I wasn't okay with the fact that there were so many actors.
Yeah.
I don't need. I mean, Channing Tatum had the most useless role. It's like the most useless role.
20 minutes is in the movie, and he was gone.
And he was poisoned by the drug,
drugs.
Poppy that was played by
Julianne Moore.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was just sitting there asleep in some frozen capsule.
Right.
It was so back and forth. And then the action was good, and then the story was bad, and then it was just back and forth. Action, bad story, action, bad story, action.
And you know, in the trailer when the movie was first announced, it looked like Channing Tatum had a big part in it.
It looked really cool.
It looked really cool. He really didn't have a big part in it. Long story short, basically the plot of the movie is you have the Kingsmen, who are the British Secret Service, and Poppy, who's played by Julianne Moore, is the villain, and she basically infects all the like drugs like heroin and all that kind of stuff, and people are taking these drugs, and she basically holds the world hostage. She has the antidote,
and she's secluded in Cambodia, I think, just by herself.
Right, her base is in Cambodia, which
she just
doesn't really make sense to me. She holds the world hostage. She has the antidote. At the end of the movie, they get the antidote, and all is well.
Yeah, I didn't understand that part. I just wasn't a fan. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy that she was by herself in some remote location. So there was two good things about this movie. One of them was all the action, and the second thing that I personally found hilarious, because I was laughing as we were watching it, was Elton John.
Yes, Elton
John.
John.
Just constantly cursing at somebody, yelling at somebody, and I thought he somewhat in a way stole the movie, because that was one of the only good things that I enjoyed.
Right.
I mean, visually it looked great, you know, the action scenes and, you know, the CGI, and they relied very heavily on that, but it looked great. But the story, it was so back and forth. I just wasn't a fan.
The cinematography was awesome, but like I said, I don't really buy the story. It's not really, it wasn't that exciting. It's kind of drawn out. A lot of turns that didn't really need to happen in the movie to get to the end game.
I liked the characters. I liked Julianne Moore.
Yeah, she did a great job playing the villain.
She did a great job, but just the character development was not good, and the story just, I'm gonna say it just sucked. It blew.
Right.
I just didn't like it.
Right.
So because of the action was so good, and because Elton John was so funny, and you know, Colin Firth and Eggsy and all that stuff, I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10.
I agree. 6 out of 10 is a fair score.
That's it.
On this movie. Like I said, not amazing.
It could have been great. It could have been really good with a better story, and just having an idea of what's going on and why it's going on. And there was just a lot of things that weren't really useful.
Right.
I guess.
And also the reason I give it a 6 is that at the end of the movie, there wasn't really a big fight put up by Poppy. I mean, she had some robotic dogs, and
that was pretty cool. But they got their butt handed to them.
Right. I mean, and I thought she would put up more of a fight herself, and she really didn't, which kind of let me down. But
it would have been cool if she was like part robot, because she had robots. She had the other droid there. Like, I thought it would have been cool if she had like a big robotic arm. Or
right. She had the minefield around her base too.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sticking with 6 out of 10. I can't really find a lot of positives about the film.
Right. So there you have it, guys. 6 out of 10 for Kingsman 2: The Golden Circle. If you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. And please make sure to look out for our next video.
See ya.
Later.